Okay, I am biased regarding OnePlus. I have bought a lot of OnePlus phones. I've had the OnePlus 3, the OnePlus 5T, the OnePlus 6T, and now I am rocking the OnePlus 7T Pro. And the snifty thing about this phone is it has the pop-up camera. See that? It just popped up when I lock it. It goes down. So I am a heavy OnePlus user. Um, when OnePlus is OC or went to nothing, I've been watching and seeing what he's going to do. And the nothing phone is pretty interesting, but I'm still locked in with OnePlus. So as we go through this video, my conclusion is I think this phone will probably be as good as the Google phone, the Google Fold right now. But let's see, let's find out. Uh, should you buy it? My thoughts, to be honest, I'm gonna say no. That's my thoughts. Don't buy it. I'll tell you why at the end. Let's find out why I'm saying no.
Changed a lot since the last time we did. So the first ever folding phone from OnePlus came out this week. It's called the OnePlus Open. Not a very good name, but a very, very, very good first gen foldable. I've been using it for about...
To be fair, this looks a lot better than the current Samsung Galaxy Folds. I think it's S5 now, Fold. I think the aspect ratio on the Folds is better for video watching in terms of when it's opened, but I prefer this one because the outer screen is better for day-to-day usage. And my prediction and theory is most people who have Folds use the outside screen more than the inside screen. I also don't like the little camera there. It's pointless. It's not needed. Maybe under display would be better, but I know OnePlus quality wise they care about that. So let's continue.
3 weeks now. I got lots of good things to say about it, but it's actually, I feel like it's so good that it's actually resurfaced the old question in my head from a couple years ago, which is, what's it going to take for regular people to actually start buying folding phones? Because, yeah, I like this phone, and I'm going to go ahead and guess that some other reviewers will like this phone too, and some enthusiasts will like this phone, and
True.
this video may even get a lot of views, but none of that necessarily translates into regular people just like strolling into a store.
It's true. Hasselblad is still on the back of the phones. I know a couple years ago they did a collab on I think the OnePlus 10 or 11. And that's a massive camera at the back. I don't know how I feel about that. You might make it a bit shaky when it's on the table, but I hope it's really good cameras. That looks like a telescope or a periscope type of camera. Anyway, let's continue.
Store or going
Is that a
online and
flash?
choosing to buy one of these.
Anyway.
So, first things first, the details of this phone. So, this is a super high end phone in every way, and the design is particularly well considered. You can see it's basically the same size as a normal phone on the outside. This
Okay.
is a 6.3 inch, 20 by 9 cover display, just over 1080p. It's LTPO down to 10 hertz. And it's
it looks very similar. Let me go back a little bit, Mr. MKBHD. It looks like a normal phone at the front. It just looks like a standard phone, and I like that. I don't want to be reaching. Look at this. Imagine me having to like reach like extra reach. I want a normal phone in my hand. So you know what? Let's see.
9 cover display, just over 1080p. It's LTPO down to 10 hertz.
Okay.
And it's an absurdly bright 2,800 nits max brightness between
That's
these pretty
really
thin bezels.
bright.
So this actually does take the crown now for the brightest display I have ever seen in a smartphone. Now I'm going to go ahead and give it the co-crown for best foldable to use while closed
Okay.
alongside the Pixel Fold. So I still think that
Yeah, I think the Pixel Fold screen is very similar to this screen in terms of the aspect ratio. Because for me, there's that element of, okay, what's better to make the outside experience better or the inside experience better? If you're spending almost 2 grand on a phone that opens up, I'm sure most people want to use the inside screen more, but I just think behavior is based upon experience, and I think to retrain your brain to open a phone for like a quick text or a quick email, I highly doubt it. Maybe a video session, but just to like check the time. I doubt you open your phone for that, but let's see.
The Pixel Fold it's more reachable. It has better button placement since it's a bit shorter. But there's no question this feels like a flagship phone on the outside, even if you never even open the thing. There's also a bunch of design touches I really like. The flat sides all the way around, super clean. The alert slider is also back. So it's way up there at the top of the phone, which is kind of tough to reach, but I love that it works exactly.
Let me see if I can show you guys. A little bit dark in here. But, so I have an alert slider here on my phone. Let me see if you guys can see this. One sec. My phone's a little bright. So yeah, see, you can adjust it from mute to silent on the side. So that is very snazzy. I know they let go of it in the past and they brought it back. I think it's an amazing thing to have. Let me play this. Apple have released the new iPhone 15 that does have a button instead of a switch, and I prefer a switch. I prefer a physical slider just because last thing I want to do is just, be getting a phone call and then after now start fiddling with my phone and stuff. Nah.
As you'd expect, same as previous OnePlus phones that had it. And the power button also doubles as a fingerprint reader, which we've seen with lots of these folds as well. It's awesome. And then around the back, mixed bag, I would say. I'm not the biggest fake leather on the back of a phone person.
Yeah.
It gives me like Samsung 2016 vibes.
That was a good phone.
But at least it does hide fingerprints. This is the other color now. It's a green. It looks a little bit cleaner. But really the feature is the gigantic camera bump.
It does look massive.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy looking. Yeah. But it also happens to be exactly where my index finger rests on the back of the phone.
I didn't
so it's
think
like a
about
nice
that.
Little shelf that feels really natural when using the phone while closed. So I kind of really like it for that. Okay. Also, the LED flash, I guess it couldn't fit, so they shoved it up in the corner for some reason. But then you open this thing up, and it becomes so obvious why they waited so long to do their first foldable. It looks nothing like some of the other first-gen folding screens from years ago. It's got this huge 7.8-inch corner-to-corner LTPO 3.0 display that again goes up to 2,800 nits and down to 1 hertz. Even bezels all the way around, got the hole punch in the top corner, and honestly, one of the least visible creases you will see in a folding phone in 2023.
Does it fold flat? That's the question, because I know to get a flat folding phone is difficult. Samsung have mastered it on their Fold 5. Only time will tell if that will last. But let's see if it folds flat.
Now, I think it's actually debatable if we can technically call this their first foldable phone, because while OnePlus hasn't made a foldable
Oppo.
Yet, their sister company, Oppo,
clearly
has.
BBK
so I wouldn't be surprised if this took a lot of tech from them. Actually, there is another just released Oppo phone called the Oppo Find N3, and it's the same as this. But the point still stands. With this screen on, you literally don't see the
With the Oppo phones, they're designed for a different market. The OnePlus phones are designed for the Western market.
At all. And screen off, you still kind of have to look for it. And then, you hit the angle where the light reflects off of the middle of the phone, and then you can see it. But this is one of those phones that looks really good from almost every angle you would actually use it. And then it also has one of those hinges. So the question is, why do I think people aren't buying folding phones that much?
Tell us, Marquez.
Turns out a phone can hit all 5 pillars of a great smartphone and not be a great buy for everyone necessarily.
You know what? Here's my theory. People don't buy folding phones for a few reasons. First of all, I think it's price point. You're paying double the price of a phone to get a folding phone. I know right now the price of the folding phone is around the same price as a top range iPhone 15 Pro Max, whatever, or some of the Sony Xperia phones. But you're paying for it. You're paying for 2 phones. Is it twice as good? I don't think so. The other element is durability. The inside screen is not glass. They can say it's the thinnest layer of glass. It's still glass. No matter how strong glass is glass. Glass breaks. Maybe if it's, to be fair, for it to fold, it can't be glass. So I think that's another factor. Let's continue.
And so it really comes down to 3 things, I think.
Okay.
Number 1 is still price. Number 2
said that.
is the durability question.
I just said that.
And then number 3 is just the power user problem. So on price,
Power
this
user
phone
problem. Okay.
is $1,700 US. That is a lot of money to spend on a phone. My
That's true.
screen right around the hinge. I had this one for 3 weeks and babied it, and this is already starting to show up on mine. It doesn't mean it's going to be bad for everyone, but that's not great, and I suspect I had this one for 3 weeks, and they have a durability rating for 1,000,000 folds of the hinge.
All done.
And that's great. But then, what about these dead?
Ah, I see. Dead pixels are showing up. That's a big red flag. It doesn't fold as flat, and that's the thing about folding phones. You're paying for a test. You are the first round of people to test these phones out, and as you report issues, you're basically paying to test something that hasn't been proven to last years in real life. You can always test things in terms of testing them inside a lab, but people have keys in their wallets, coins in their pockets, whatever. Things will scratch, children drop things bend and break. So long term wise, I don't know. I don't think you should buy a folding phone yet. I think Samsung right now are leading in that side of things, but let the tech get better and let's see where we go from now. But the OnePlus folding phone looks interesting. Will I buy it? No. I'd rather buy a normal phone because I am a power user, because I use my phone a lot of the day, really. But I don't know. Is it worth buying? Probably not. What do you think? Are you a folding phone user? And if not, would you buy one? But no, thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. Peace.